All right, guys, we're going to take a look at these past 3 days of workouts. We're going to break them down one by one. And what I wanted to do is talk about how we can inject a little bit more at the whiteboard. So we're going to talk first Monday's workout, dirty work. Now, good would be briefing what's written, right? And what I mean by what we want to talk about today is using the whiteboard at times to teach, educate, give out strategy. There's so many things here that we could offer up case by case, day by day, okay? Now with this workout, once we brief it as is, we take in our class, obviously we want to talk about a couple things in particular. Your machines, we're going to give you guys we're going to challenge you with a pace to try to hold the entire time. And what are we building there? That could be anaerobic power output that's sustained through a long endurance interval with work to rest. But these three movements, your push-ups, your step-overs, and your hang power snatch, I want you to break up. It's going to be very muscular. We're building muscular endurance by small sets. Push-ups, maybe 3 to 4 sets, low reps. Step-overs, again, planning your breaks, working some single leg imbalance work here, glutes and quads and hamstrings, and then the hang power snatch, again, Olympic lifting, but I want you to be smart there and break them up into small sets. So we give them the how-to at the board, okay? So we talked a little bit about strategy. We talked about what we're building and what we're working on. The benefits, we could go into that in terms of, man, this is a full body workout. Everyone loves this workout. Why would we do this? Maybe that today's not the day with the length of the workout. We have to get to warming up. What should I feel, okay? Well, what should I be thinking is a good question. So I'm going to go hard on the bike, not full effort, but 90%, knowing that I have a minute rest after every station to recover. And that's what's great about this workout, because it's going to allow the output to stay very high for 30 minutes. The mentality, same deal, right? That kind of ties in there. And then maybe reminders could be like, hey, before the workout, we're going to give you a piece of paper to jot your score down. You're going to be sharing. Little stuff like that would be good for Monday's workout. So all stuff that I don't need to necessarily cover all of that, but stuff I should and could be thinking to add value to something like Monday with 5 moving parts. Okay, we'll move on to Tuesday. So we have heavy day. Now this was an open gym day, but there's a lot of benefit in briefing the why and specific things about a particular heavy day. Okay, so let's say this was a day we're going to coach. Obviously, you guys know what the workout is here. So let's kind of go into why are we staying across. We want to build up to this heavy weight, 80 to 85%, depending on how we feel today, how the body's responding, and we're going to hit a set every 3 minutes. So at 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, that's when we're going to hit our working sets. We're going to get stronger. We're working on maximal strength here at a high percent. Should you choose to wear a belt, go for it. If you don't, you're building extra core strength. They need to know those things, okay? Obviously, they know what they're working on, glutes and quads and hamstrings, but it might be worthwhile to throw out there, and that kind of ties in with the benefits. Why are we back squatting? We're working on our overall total strength, full body here. This should take, with warming up and then our sets, we know our sets are going to take 12 minutes, give you guys 5 minutes to warm up, so we're looking at a 17-minute portion for the back squat. What should I feel? Yes, it's going to be super heavy, right? Not heavy enough where I'm going to fail, bail, but it should be challenging for me. I really want you guys to thrive and push each other. If you're a team of 2 or a team of 3 sharing a rack, that's going to help each other get through. And then lastly down here is thinking ahead. What if I have athletes that can't squat, right? Now, it doesn't have to be a squat. It could be a box squat. It could be, if it made sense in the programming, a deadlift. But really, we want to get them lifting and get some strength adaptation, okay? Knowing and explaining and understanding the accessory work. Why would we do walking lunges and good mornings and weighted lateral lunges, and what is that going to improve? People, Marina, my butt cramped and still feel it. Because the lunges particularly to isolate and really target the glutes among many other things. So we want the glutes to get stronger to move up our strength and our squat. Good mornings, great for the lower back and the glutes and hammies as well. And lateral lunges, working the inside of the legs, which can be weaker. So now the body is getting really well rounded and improving not only our leg strength, our health, our wellness, but we're going to see that squat go up, right? So injecting that education for them is going to be crucial, and then making it an electric, energetic environment all within 2-3 minutes at the board, right? So that's how to think about tackling a heavy day of what are we doing, why are we doing this, why are we're working across and not climbing, things like that. So it's important for them to know that. All right, guys, this is a tricky one. It's a two-parter, okay? Now, we need to know before we go into the class, what is the real thing we're trying to get across with, this EMOM, we'll say. We have a max set of strict pull-ups. Well, even the way that's written could probably be better, right? Max unbroken set of strict pull-ups is probably what could make that a little bit, eliminate some confusion of like how many am I doing for people. How we communicate this to them, why are we doing shuttle runs, and what's 10 meters? Well, guys, 10 meters is 30 feet. If you look from this cone to that cone, that's 30 feet. That's 1 of 8. When you come back, that's 2. Yeah, you have to do a little counting, and this should only take you, 20 to 30 seconds. If you can't run, don't worry, I got a cool sub for you. Now, when you finish that, that is going to take 30 seconds at most. You have a minute rest. That gives you 90 seconds before you're back up for your max set of unbroken strict pull-ups again, and that's what we're really working on, is developing our upper body pulling strength. And I want to know what you get, right? So if you PR, that's awesome. I want it on the board. I want to high five you. If we have 5 or less, we're going to build it with a band, and we're going to get ourselves stronger and eventually not need that band. And that's what we're working here in this 9 minutes, and it should be fun. We're going to obviously torch through some body fat here by just going these really short, fast anaerobic intervals. If you're feeling little things, you can go slower, or we botch the run and we adjust to X, Y, Z, okay? Then this guy, right? So we're gonna go into a team workout where, wow, this is gonna be pushing 15 to low 20s. You're always working here, right? So athlete 1 is gonna row 50 while athlete 2 is doing 50 swings, and then you swap. The row should take a little longer than the swings, and that person coming off the swings might get a little rest. When you're both in the mix after a couple of rounds of rowing and swings, you're gonna need that, right? So they need to hear that. We challenge you to go unbroken, knowing that you may get some rest before you get on the row. The row is keeping a high output that'll last for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. We've been doing a lot of shorter intervals, so it's gonna be tricky for you to find that pace, but it's gonna be different per person, all right? The benefits, we're doing 150 posterior chain, so glutes, hammies, lower back, hinging swings, right? So that's going to get super strong. You're getting so much strength benefit while getting a good sweat, good conditioning workout in here as well. And it's not going to be easy. So, I really want you guys to work together as a team, okay? If somebody can't swing, what would I sub in here? Something that jives well with the week. How long this should take? It took longer than we thought, right? And if we did a good job of saying, if this is sub 2, or more than 2 for a male and more than 3 for a female, we need to adjust to this, right? And I think we probably should have done that for more people because it took a little bit long. So just some things to think about when we're at the whiteboard versus just briefing what's written, which they all can understand.